Hello guys, I'm the Sneezing Monkey, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of DayZ gameplay, but I'm gonna talk about my impressions of the Oculus Rift. I know that you guys out there are very excited to get your hands on it. I was lucky enough to get my hands on the development kit a bit earlier, and I'm just gonna share my thoughts with you guys, what I felt. I had it at home with me for a whole weekend, so I had plenty of time to test it out, run all the demos, play a little bit of Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life 2. And yeah, I thought I'd just give you my impressions and maybe it helps. So let's start with a look at the device itself. It's surprisingly light when you're holding it yourself. If you turn it to the sides, you can see here it has these knobs that allow you to put the glasses closer and further away from your eye. It feels on the face very much like ski goggles or something, but your eyes are perfectly in these round shapes that you see there, and these are basically lenses, like fisheye lenses, that create a 180-degree immersive environment around you, and that's really what makes the device special. Like I said, it's really light, it's quite slick, it doesn't really bug you when it sits on your head, at least not as much as you might expect it. It comes with a little box like this that you connect like a monitor to your graphics card. Then you have a little USB line that goes into your machine, the power on the bottom left there, and then here you see this goes straight to the goggles themselves. Also, you have these 5 buttons. You can adjust brightness and gamma, contrast, I think, and switch it on and off. And now I'm just switching to DayZ gameplay while I keep talking about my experience. So basically, when I first put the goggles on my face, I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable how immersive it is. Because of the 2 goggles that sit next to each other, they create kind of a 3D effect. So you really can see the physicality of 3D objects in the space. You just feel like you can reach out with your arm and touch a table or any object that is in the space much more than you experience it on a screen. So when you put it on for the first time, you're really blown away by it. You are immediately thinking that is the future, and you know, I have seen it all basically. But right after that, when I took it home with me and I actually got some time to use it properly, I realized quite quickly that the longer you have it on your head, the more it also screws with your head. I don't know if it is a problem with the inner ear because you move around, and especially in games where you walk still with WASD and look around you, so you have like these kind of 2 movements going on at the same time. I felt it really makes you feel like you're seasick. It's a physical sickness that it causes after about 25 minutes of playing. It didn't happen with every game. On some of them it took a bit longer, but I have to say there was not a single game where I would have said, wow, I can play this for 2 hours straight without any problems. So I think the Oculus Rift really lends itself to slow-paced games where you either move around really slowly or where you are on a pre-given path or something like this. It's not made for really fast games, you know, which brings me to Team Fortress 2. That is a really good game. I love to play it, and I have to say the technical side of the Oculus, they nailed perfectly. It sits perfectly within the screen. The resolution is relatively high compared to other titles. It's clear, you get the 3D effect, everything looks perfect, but it's just too fast. You just can't really enjoy the experience. So after I had the chance to look at it a bit longer, I really don't think it's the future anymore, or there still have to be games to be developed for this, if you know what I mean. Like, we need to think from a new angle to create games that work on the Rift and that people want to play for a longer period of time. So I can imagine you have a lot of questions. Just let me know, you know, if you have anything that you want to know about the Oculus, just leave a comment underneath. I'm going to do my very best to answer all your questions. In any case, I can recommend it. You know, if you have the chance to put the Oculus on your head, then just go for it. It's an unbelievable experience. But like I said, it's nothing that you want to use long term for many hours a day. So thanks guys for watching. I see you next time. A like would be appreciated if this video was of help or if you enjoyed it. I see you next time. Thanks guys, I'm out. Bye.